Hi everybody, this is my Module 10 case study. So looking at the summary here, the principal is concerned with the new parent organization that has come into place. Last spring, the parent organization broke away from the national PTA organization and decided to create their own parent participation group. And in this, the new parent organization wants to have more parent participation in school. The principal of the school is confused a little bit since they typically planned a parent-staff picnic and planned parent-teacher conferences. They promoted bonds for the community to vote on. So in the principal's view, they did have a lot of parent participation in the past. He feels as though he needs to support the new organization in what's going on. The organization does have a lot of new ideas that are going to come into play here. They want to switch from a back-to-school night where students come in and are able to, students and parents are able to come in and learn about what's going to happen this year, and they want to switch that to a back-to-school week where it's a couple hours each night of the week learning about the different subjects that are being taught within the school. The organization also wants to be a bigger part in decision making and policy making for the school, and also the organization met and set up different committees on school discipline, teacher performance, curriculum, and total school evaluation as they want to play a role in all of these areas as well. As far as legal and ethical issues go, there's no legal issues that have occurred in this case. Nobody broke the law. There's no harassment. There's no breach of contract or anything like that. We do have some ethical issues that occurred in the way that the new president of the organization is working with the principal, coming in and having all of this set up prior to meeting with the principal or anything like that. The principal does believe that he is in charge of the school, and or the president believes that he's in charge of the school and is kind of overstepping his boundaries as far as that goes there. The principal is going to have to answer to the district and to the public if anything were to go wrong with what it is that the president and new organization is trying to implement. So the ethical issues here is kind of overstepping boundaries a little bit as far as the president goes. What exactly happened in this case? Moving into the new school year, a new parent organization was started, and they decided to break away from the national PTA, which the previous parent organization had been associated with. The president of the parent organization meets with the new principal. In this meeting, he outlines many new ideas from the parent organization, changing, like we said, from back-to-school night to back-to-school week, participating in decision and policy making for the school, and they also formed committees that are going to look at discipline, teacher performance, curriculum, and total school evaluation. The principal is caught off guard by these new ideas and wasn't expecting that to happen, and the principal now has to decide how it is that they're going to respond to the parent organization and move forward from this meeting. So looking at the facts, what we know, there's really two people involved in this case study. You have the principal and you have the president of the new parent organization. And those are the two main people that take place in this case study. The people that we don't know who was previously in charge of the old parent organization. We don't know who else is part of the committees that are being formed within the parent organization. We don't know who or if the principal has spoken to anyone about these issues. We haven't heard anybody within the district, if he's talking to other principals, if he's talking to the superintendent, if he's speaking with other members of the parent organization or members of the old parent organization. And so there's a lot of unknown in this. We really just know the principal and the new president of the parent organization. As far as the place goes, we don't really know anything. The case doesn't discuss the place in which this case takes place. We don't know the city. We don't know the population, the demographics, the information about the district, or if there's any other schools that are having the same issues. We don't know if it's an elementary school, a middle school, a high school. All we know is that we have the principal and the new president that comes in saying that they want to kind of change the way things are going on. For the program, we know that there's a new PTA organization We know that they are going to switch to back to school week as part of the school programs here, and we know that they formed committees to judge the program. What we don't know here is we don't know the structure of the old organization, if they had different committees like the new one does. We don't know if what parent involvement looked like prior to this. We do know a little bit of that, but we don't know the full extent as to what parent involvement is and why the new organization is calling for more parent involvement at this time. We don't know what communication's been between the principal and the president other than this meeting. They may have met prior to this. We're not sure about that. We don't know what communication there's been between the principal and the president of the old organization. We don't know how that communication went. And as far as what we're looking at for the programs of the school and how it is that the parent organization played a role in those programs prior to this. To prioritize the information, the new organization decided to be an independent parent group and not be associated with the National PTA Association. When meeting with the principal, the new president did decide to reveal many of the new plans that the new organization had for the school, including extending the back-to-school night into lasting the whole week. We found out that the new organization already formed committees that were designed to help with discipline, teacher performance, curriculum, and overall total school evaluation. And we also know that the new organization is wanting to play a bigger role in decision-making for the school and policy-making for the school. So how it is that we move forward from this, we have to kind of look at our options. We have 3 options. Option 1 is that we take no action and we allow the president to do whatever he wants, and the organization will lead the school decision-making process and ultimately be in charge of the school. Option 2 is that the principal and the new president of the parent organization work together and they find a balance between each other and allow the two to work together to find for the betterment of the students and the school. Or option 3 is the principal can shut down the organization and do not allow them to make any changes to the school or school events in the future. When we look at it, we're going to have pros and cons to all of these choices. Option 1, where we take no action, there's no pros to that. The cons is that the principal doesn't stand up for the school and does not have a say in the events of the building, and the principal loses control of the school. The potential outcome that happens here is that the new organization will continue to implement more ideas and plans into the school and gain more control on the decisions of the school. Option 2, the pros are that it allows the principal and president to build a relationship with each other, a balanced relationship with both of them working to better the school in different ways. The cons is that it possibly upsets parents if you push back too much. The potential outcomes for option 2 is that the two work together in a great way where the principal and president create opportunities for students in the community and in the classroom. Option 3, there's not a whole lot of pros that come from this. The cons are that it shuts down the relationship between the school and the community, and it shows that the principal is not willing to work with other groups. The potential outcomes here is that it shows the principal is not willing to change and is not willing to work with the new organization. This can upset parents and community members and lead to the ultimate dismissal of the principal. The best option for the principal to take is option number 2, in my opinion, working together to find a balance between principal and organization that allows the two to work together for the betterment of the students. This option is going to allow the principal and the president to compromise with each other and create a working relationship where both are able to work for the betterment of students here. I believe that with this option, it's going to provide the school with opportunities to build relationships in the community in ways that they may not have been able to in the past, and it's going to create a lot of great opportunities for school. You do have the opportunity here for the parent organization to work with community members to bring them into the school, while the principal is able to tie that to the academics that are happening within the school. So there's a great opportunity here to build a relationship with the community, but we do have to find a little bit of a balance between the principal and the president of the organization so that we can move forward in the best way, keeping in mind that the students are most important. To implement this plan, the principal is going to have another meeting with the president of the organization. In that meeting, the principal is going to have to explain where we're comfortable with working with the organization, being involved in decision making and processing, policy making. We're going to explain the role that you would want the organization to play within the school and how it is that you want the organization to support the students. We're going to show the president the great opportunities that we could have by working together and how it would look. And we'll allow the president to speak with the rest of the organization after the meeting to allow them to know what happened in the meeting and kind of discuss further options for them. And then lastly, we're going to meet again and we're going to continue to work on the relationship between the two, keeping in mind ultimately that the goal is to make sure that we are doing what's best for students. In conclusion, I believe that working together and having a working relationship between the principal and president of the parent organization is going to be able to do great things for the school and also great things for the community around the school. The principal is able to make academic decisions concerning the school, while the parent organization will be able to set up parent activities, community partnerships, business connections that are all going to go towards benefiting the school and the students. If either one tries to overpower the other like the president is currently trying to do, the school and the students are going to suffer and they will not be able to get these quality opportunities that could happen. I believe that the principal needs to set the ground rules for the president and make the first step in creating a working relationship with the new organization and remind the president that the end goal in everything that we do here is what is best for students and making sure that we're supporting each other and we're not stepping on each other's toes, but we are supporting each other to make sure that the students have the best opportunities possible. Thank you.